Alrighty, what is going on, the YouTube's world? Hey, first of all, I appreciate everybody who's supporting my channel. I haven't been as active as I should be, but hey, we got over 500 subscribers, which is pretty freaking dope. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the love on Instagram. With that being said, make sure you head over to Tyler Austin Original on Instagram. Follow me over there. Links in the bio below. In addition to that, I started a Facebook group called No Excuses Real Estate Investing. You can go to Facebook and search that, or you can click the link in the bio. Go over there, join that group. We got quite a few people in there already, and people are, posting and commenting, and everybody is being all lovey-dovey, real estate investory, and super helpful with each other. So that's super dope. In this video, we're going to cover how to set up Podio, because everybody, for some reason, has trouble with it. Not to say, that I'm questioning anyone's intellect, because Podio is pretty trash. Don't get me wrong, okay? Podio is pretty terrible, but we're going to get through it. I'm going to show you guys basically how to get an account, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how to install a default app, and then I'm going to make a couple little tweaks that I think that you should make on the app just to kind of get going. And then later, I feel like this light I have right here is like super bright, and it's not even, it's like on the lowest setting. But anyway, then in some other videos, we're going to show you how to do a little bit of integrations with it. Not so much to where you start doing like really in-depth stuff, because if you start doing really in-depth stuff in automation in Podio, I mean, you're talking like developer level stuff. You start working with something called GlobyFlow, which is a product that Podio I don't think own, but now they might own. I'm not quite sure how all that works with them, but anyway, what you want to do is start off in the infamous Google, right? Just search Podio, or just go to podio.com. I'm just going to search Podio because we're doing this from the basics, okay? Maybe it's my computer screen that's so bright. Anyway, we're going to remove one of my other emails. That's my company email, and that's a Pat Live account. We use Pat Live for some of our answering of some of our phone calls, in case anyone was wondering. And we're actually going to we're going to set up. Hey, don't spam my email, please. Okay, you guys have seen my company email. Please don't spam it. Okay, I already get enough spam in my company email from freaking Craigslist. I don't know how. I deleted all of them, but I still get stupid Craigslist spam. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're simply going to create an account. All right, you can do a couple different things. You could create it up with Google. You could create it with Microsoft, whatever. But if you're going to create it with Google, something to remember is once you create it with Google, unless you go in there and create a password, you're never going to be able to I accidentally clicked that and it popped up. I don't know what is this from? Oh, that was a property that we were looking at splitting a lot on. Details. I wanted to type my email, so I copy and paste it. What was I saying? What you can do is, if you create, sorry, I'm really bad at thinking and doing things at the same time. So let me do this. Let me type this out, and then I'll speak. Okay. Yes, if you sign up with Google, you're gonna have to create a password, or you'll always be able to only sign up with Google. Okay, so what we're gonna do. Golly, I'm so exhausted today, but I said I would do this, so I'm trying to make sure I get this video out. I'm gonna create an email. I'm gonna create an account with REI-Sift. That's my web app. If you don't know what REI-Sift is, you're wrong. I'm just kidding. It's a web app that I'm building. It's gonna be super awesome. You do list stacking with it. You skip trace, mail fulfillment, tons of other really cool stuff. That's gonna happen with it. In fact, that's what this is right here. It's the development board of REI-Sift. I'm not gonna click it because there's secret squirrely stuff in there that I don't want anybody seeing, because then they'll know too much. They'll know all the secrets. So after you fill out the information, click sign up. You're gonna receive an email. I'm going to go ahead and drag over this here, and I'm going to go ahead and create or log into my email. Something to kind of consider, guys. You should really have 2 monitors or 3. I technically have 4, but 2 is perfectly fine. You do not have to totally dweeb out, but dweebing out is okay, because I like dweebs. Dweebs are okay in my book. We're doing this raw, right? I mean, we're doing this like from the pace that you would do it. So if you're like, well, this is taking way too long, I'm not doing any cuts on this, okay? I'm not doing any cuts. This is like real time. This is about how long it's going to take for you to get in your email. You might be like me. You might type your email in, the password wrong like 7 times. You might have to reset your password. All right. So after you click on the link in the email, this is what it looks like. It'll say this. You click confirm. After you click confirm, it takes you over here. You're going to say where you work at. And we're going to say REI Sift. What does your company do? Software. How do you intend to use Podio? We're going to use it for not software development. That's what we use Trello for. Sales and CRM. How many employees are in your organization? 1 to 10. And then click done. Phone numbers are not needed. See, there's no red asterisk. All right. So what's going to happen whenever you create and you choose that as an option, if you chose real estate, it's going to give you this like standard workspace. All right, let me explain to you how this works. First of all, before I do anything, let me click on Manage Workspaces, right? And you guys can go ahead and do this and just delete out whatever workspace they just created for you. You're going to want to just start from fresh here. We're going to delete that out. We're going to go back. You're going to see there's no workspaces in there. So let me click on this Podio button here. It's going to take us back. Let me explain how this works, because a lot of people get confused on this. Podio is kind of like Facebook, but for CRMs. All right, imagine this Podio like space here, the Podio /home. Okay, imagine this being your profile. Okay, this is your hub. This is only your hub. This is like where you can add like friends and connections of people that also use Podio and other companies and stuff. There's like a chat box and I don't know, a bunch of stupid shit that you never use, right? But if you click on the hamburger button, that's what this is called. Those 3 lines called the hamburger button. You can create multiple businesses inside of Podio. You could have REI Sift. I can have I don't know, company A, company B, company C, and each company can have an endless amount of workspaces internal to it. All right. How you structure your workspaces and how you structure your Podio system is going to really depend on your business, right? I mean, we're building out a custom Podio right now. A no excuses REI Podio / other stuff. And there's a lot of workspaces in it. But my real estate one that I've been using for the longest time is just one workspace, and it has every app in there that we use in our business. However, we're separating them all out now into different workspaces. No reason to really, I guess, confuse you on that right now. All you got to know is that there's different companies, all right, and there is multiple apps within Workspaces, and we're going to get into that now. So when you first log in, what you're going to want to do is you're going to log in. It might take you to your home, and then you're going to want to click over here, and you're going to click on a workspace. But we got to start off by creating one, okay? We just deleted one. We're going to create another one. So we're going to click Create Workspace, and we're going to name this, I don't know, Real Estate. I don't know why it automatically popped up Real Estate, but it did. It knows me or something. You're going to leave it as private, and you click Create. And once that's done, you're going to get this blank space, okay? It's blank space here. It's just a dashboard with tasks and like a calendar in it, and that's pretty much it. All right, so what we're going to want to do is click on Add App. We're going to go to the app market. And if you're just starting out, you don't need anything super crazy, okay? You just need some standard apps. Thankfully, some people made this nice and easy for us, and you can literally just search real estate in here. And it's going to go through, and you got like real estate business, real estate investor, real estate brokerage. And what this is somebody created these packages, and you can get these packages, and they're going to give you some base apps. And if you want to unlock more stuff inside these apps, then you can go ahead and buy their full program. whatever. Doesn't really matter. You could literally just add, a seller leads app in here and just run strictly off there. But it'll make it easier if we just install what they have, delete their spammy, upgrade now stuff, and roll with that. So I like just getting this one here. This one's totally fine. So you're going to click on Get Pack, and then you're going to choose the workspace you want it to be in. So here's the company. This is the workspace, and you click Next. It's going to go ahead and it's going to install all those apps in there. It's going to do its thing. It's going to install some, and then we're going to delete some because there's some that are just shit. There's no reason to use them. So now we're going to click See Installed Pack. It's going to take us back to our workspace. It's going to give us some information here, about everything. And there's just some in here that you just don't need because you're not going to be dealing with them, all right? And so there's really no reason to have them in here. So one of them is going to be your rehabs one. Excuse me, like I said, it was late. It's been late. It is late. I don't know what time it is. It's really not that late. It's 10:20 right now. Not that late, but it's been a long day. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the rehabs one. I just delete this one out of here. You click on the screwdriver or wrench rather, and then you go down and click delete app, and then you're going to say delete this app. All right, just going to remove it. Don't need it. You want to keep the cash buyers one because you can start throwing some cash buyers in there. That's totally cool. Honestly, at this very moment, I don't really think you need the offers one. I don't think you need the whiteboards one. I think that if you're just starting out, you could just totally use the seller leads one, and that's it. But essentially how this would go is you'd have a seller lead in here, and then once you are done with a seller, like once a seller accepts an offer, you're about to make an offer, you click on the offers one, and you would add an offer, and you would choose the seller lead that offer is associated with, and then you choose the stage that it's in, like, okay, it was offer created, then you sent the offer. But here's the thing about this. The process of wholesale deals moves so much faster than this. If you were just making an offer on a property that was one that maybe you're making offers to hold rentals, yeah, maybe this makes sense. To me, doesn't make any sense because let's be honest. Okay, we're making offers usually at the same time. There's no like offer sent and then waiting. Like it very rarely happens that way. So to me, it's kind of garbage. But we're going to leave it in there for now because you might decide to use it. You can come up with however you want. Here's a pro tip. I don't like how this appointments is right here. So I'm going to grab it, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to drag it all the way over here. If it listens to me, there we go. I'm going to drag that. I'm going to take the contractors. I'm going to put it next to the cash buyers. I do like having contractors one in here because contractors is nice. Whether it's you're using this or any other Podio build, it's nice to have that because it's nice to keep track of the people that you've contacted on how much it costs for paint, how much it costs for drywall, how much it costs for roofs, all those things, so that you can better make offers and engage on rehab costs. This calls one, that's where you'd link up with the call rail, except for you'd have to have the premium app, and this is one of the things I'm talking about. They're trying to get you to buy. We're deleting this because right now, at this very moment, okay, you can't, I forgot, you can't delete it because you don't have the pro thing. So it's just going to sit there and it's going to chill out. Or no, I'm like linked, I'm like set right now. Hold on, let me go back. It's like thinking that I want to drag and drop it, I think. There we go. I should be able to delete it. I'm like, no, that doesn't make no sense. I kind of just BS'd a little bit right there, if you notice, because like it wasn't letting me, so I was like, I forgot I can't. But I was just kind of rolling with it, okay? I'm going to delete that one too, because we don't care about that right now, because you're going to be using CallRail, and you're only going to be using Podio just to put leads in right now. You're not trying to use Podio right now to have all your leads come in automatically, because let me tell you, you're going to get super overwhelmed. All right, if you just have marketing going out and you just have them automatically go into seller leads, there's just going to be a shit ton of stuff in there if you don't have systems in place. So this video is for the people that are just starting out and they just want to get a Podio created to track their stuff. You could literally just use an Excel document for this, okay? In fact, the people that are on the no excuses program or course or whatever that's in the link in the description, literally that's what they use. I just give them an Excel document that I created that tracks this, because I don't want you don't want to be overwhelmed. But this is a nice, you know, method if you kind of want to get used to Podio for now. All right. So we can roll with this. So what we're going to do real quick is we're just going to go into seller leads. I'm going to show you a little bit about actual apps now, how to create views, and we're going to kind of roll from there. So the very first thing I want you to do, the very first thing is we're going to click on this this screwdriver here. Like, why do I keep calling it screwdriver? This wrench. We're going to go app settings. All right, and we're going to scroll down. We're just going to remove this stupid ass description because it's annoying. I don't like it. It's get out of my face. You know, you're like taking up all my space on my views. And then we're going to go through here, we're going to click on all these, and we're going to delete all these out. Every one of them. Because they're just going to, you know, cloud our vision, and they just don't make any sense. Why do I care about how many properties I have in here that have bedrooms in them? I don't get it. I don't understand these views. We're just going to delete them out of here. And you're going to make your own views. I'm going to show you how to make views, and you're going to make your own based off what you want to know, what you want to see. Now that all those are gone, we got a nice fresh slate here. I'm going to click add a lead so I can show you kind of what it looks like. And what they do is they automatically kind of set you up here. They got you a seller name, they got you a property address, a Zillow link, seller phone number, assigned to, that would link to, like, you know, people that are inside of your space here. So if you had another member inside, I'll show you how to add people to this workspace then. You can choose them here. We choose acquisition specialists. They get assigned to every lead that they're working. A campaign gets tracked on the campaign app. Then we have like these different statuses of the lead. We're going to change these up a little bit too. You got actions for making an offer, subscribe to mail. We're going to delete that out. Doesn't make no sense. Then we got appointments, a follow-up date, lead history, if it was incoming call, and motivation. And we got this information about the property itself, how many bedrooms, baths, square feet, all this stuff. I'm going to let you guys decide what you want to track in here and what you don't as far as these details. I don't track any of that. I track that. It automatically populates that with my property addresses in my Podio. You can basically get the information that you want and create your own kind of system there. But I'm going to show you how to do it. So once you can do this in two different ways. You can click on this wrench here, and then click on manage template. I was like looking for it. It's right there. It's blue. You can click manage template, or when you click on add lead, you can click on modify template over here. That's normally how I do it. I don't know why. Okay. So you have street map, which we're going to drag down. You just click on the one in the corner. You just kind of drag it down. What I like is I like to have all my seller information first. So I like to have the first name. I like to have the seller phone. Do they have email in here? Seller email. We want to drag that up as well. I like having a seller email there. And then the property address, I like having actually down lower. I like having a campaign higher. Zillow link, I like lower. I like having that part of its own thing. Campaign status. We're going to just kind of remove some of these. I'm going to call this a fresh lead. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove that. Remove that. Remove that. I'm just going to freaking delete everything out of here. We're going to start fresh. No pun intended. All right, so we're going to have fresh lead in here under the status, and this is just going to be contact status. It's a fresh lead, and then we're going to have contacted, and then we're going to have attempted to reach. All right, and then we're going to drag a text box over here. I'm going to put it up here, and we're going to say call attempts. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. It's not a text box. We need a category, and we're going to click this drop down arrow here, and we're going to call this a multi-choice. Actually, we're going to leave it at single choice because I made that mistake once, and then we're now call it call attempt. And you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we're going to create another category, and this is going to be called lead status, and this is going to be like interested, or you can say like interested, or you could be like DNC. You can add whatever you really want in here, and then attempt to engage. So attempting to engage is equivalent to like, so the call status is you attempted to reach them. So like it's a fresh lead, they come in, they're a fresh lead automatically. You've tried to reach out to them, right? So they're no longer a fresh lead because you've touched the lead before. So they're going to switch over to attempted to reach. And if you attempt to reach them 5 times at a time, and they go kind of ghost on you, that's the other one that I put here, ghost. They go ghost on you. You're going to switch this to ghost. The status is they're ghosting you, and their lead status is attempt to engage. So we're going to try and re-engage them. So I do like interested, no, not interested. You can kind of do whatever you want here. I'm not going to go into too much depth on these. It gets kind of deep. Something simple in the very beginning, just having the seller name, phone number, email, campaign, property address, how many attempts, how many call attempts you've had. You don't even really need that. I just kind of added that in there because that's what we do. Contact status, lead status, then communication status. This here you can kind of use if you want. It just depends on what you want to do. Like this is kind of like already being done right here, but I'm just gonna delete it. You guys can come up with whatever you want on this, right? You guys can make up your own system here. So actions is like, okay, what do you want to do? You got to make an offer. You got to do this. I'm gonna delete that out. You could always add something in there. I don't think I want it. Appointments, follow-up, lead history. I don't really know what that is. I'm going to delete that out. I don't like a lot of stuff in here. I like it being simple. Motivation, I like doing cold, hot, warm. It's just what I like. Or it's cold, medium, hot, actually. No, it's cold, warm, hot. I'm trying to like think of what mine is. And I like having this at the top as well. I like putting this underneath seller email. And then I also have one more that I put up here, and I call it my hit list. These are properties that I really want. They get flagged, so they might be hot and on the hit list, or they might be cold and on the hit list if it's a property that I'm really interested in. So like one I really want my team to focus on, that'll be in there. Let's see, appointments, follow-up, incoming calls. I don't know. We're deleting that out. Like I said, we don't care about that. I don't care about bedrooms and baths. No need to like put it all in here. Home square footage, unless this might get auto-populated by the Zillow stuff. I don't know. Reason for selling is okay. Seller's value, estimated value of the property. We can leave that in here. Why this estimate? This is going to depend on what kind of script you guys are using. Occupancy I like in here. Occupied, rented, vacant, not applicable. I like that in here. This should all be up here though, honestly. Like I normally have my property address actually a little bit lower. So I like having a lead status, and then I have like separators inside here that say like this is the acquisition section and so on. Speaking of acquisition section, let's do AQS for acquisition specialist notes. And then that's where we're gonna have like this information. We can just leave that in there. You guys can put whatever you want. Lowest offer, seller will accept, sure. Occupancy. How much you offered, I don't really care about that. And here, listed, amount listed for, not really pertinent. Reason for selling, that would be in acquisitions notes anyway. Follow-up date can stay in here. When do they need to sell by? We can leave that in here. So you can kind of put whatever kind of stuff you want in here. All you do is you drag a text box over whatever it is you want to do, and then you kind of name it. So I'm going to click done, and we're going to see what it looks like when we bring up a seller lead again, okay? All right, so this is what it would look like now. All right, campaign it's a part of, really simple, pretty straightforward. Acquisitions notes, you know, you can type pretty much anything in here. You got the property address. Oh, a new lead comes in, it automatically comes in. It's a fresh lead. So like if you have a cold caller calling, you know, and they're submitting this through a web form, it's going to submit as a fresh lead. You're going to try and call them. Oh, they're not going to answer. Okay, boom. Attempt to reach is now 1. Great. Okay. Hey, you reached them finally. Now they're contacted and they're interested. Cool. Awesome. Now you move on from there. You kind of understand how that works there. Oh, you contacted them. They said, fuck off. Do not call me ever again. Okay, great. You're going to add them as DNC. You could probably add another section in here with a couple more categories for like their level of like interest, whether they're like you're in the same ballpark, or if maybe they're a lead that you referred to a realtor, or maybe something else. But that's kind of how that is. Occupancy. And just getting started, this is all you need. You can just set it up like this, keep everything in your notes here. You know, maybe change these up a little bit to fit kind of your market, because every market has like different questions you ask. It just happens that way, but generally speaking, it's all the same. But you might ask, depending on what kind of list you're targeting or something, maybe a little bit different. I don't have any of these on mine. However, these are questions we ask. It's just we don't have it like as a single like input. You know what I mean? So we're going to click cancel here so we don't actually create that lead. And now I want to show you how to access the web form, okay? Because this is what you're going to give your cold callers. You're going to give the cold callers this link so that when they're cold calling, they could submit leads into this space for you, okay? So that way it pops up here with a lead, all right? And then I'm going to submit a lead, and then I'm going to show you how to create a view and make it your default view so that it's kind of a little bit cleaner for you guys. All right, and you guys better watch this all the way through, because it's already getting kind of long, and because it's long, most people don't freaking watch it, and then it's going to hurt my YouTube channel. No, I'm just kidding. Watch however much you want, but don't skip through it, because you're going to miss the important stuff. So go ahead and you're going to click on web form. So click the little wrench here, and then click on web form. You notice it kind of shows the web form here. What you're going to do is you're going to remove all like the crap that we don't care about the cold caller knowing, because we don't want to overcomplicate it for them. We just want them to worry about what they got to worry about. And that might be like campaign. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much all they need. The name, the phone number, and email if they get it. They can put in a level of motivation. You know, the contact status, we don't care about that. The property address, and then they really don't even need occupancy. But we are going to give them AQS notes, so they can put their notes in there. And then you'll just put your notes underneath their notes. This is what it'll look like. We're going to save that. You're going to copy this web form and click. I'm going to open it real quick, and a cold caller is going to call me and be like, yo, Tyler, are you interested in selling your property at 123 Main Street? I'll be like, yeah, maybe. I'm a little bit interested. And then they're going to be like, okay, cool. They're going to put my name in here. If they're using a call system like Call Tools, it'll automatically like link these together. Maybe I'll do another video showing how to link Podio into Call Tools and do that kind of magic. Even though Call Tools will do that for you, but I'll show you guys. That way you guys don't have to wait for Call Tools. Phone number, we're just going to put a phone number in here. Email, Tyler at reisif.io. Motivation, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll get an offer. So I'm kind of like a cold lead. Campaigns, we don't got no campaign set up in there yet. I'm going to show you guys that in a second. Property address, you guys just seen a bunch of property addresses. That's okay, we're going to choose this one. AQS notes, he seems kind of like a jerk. I don't know, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. And they're going to click submit. That's going to go over, and that's going to go into seller leads. Now it's not going to populate right because I didn't put a full address in there because, you know, reasons. But you see it just popped in here. All right, so now you kind of see like there's some default views that just happened again automatically. I don't know why the hell it did that, but I'm going to show you how to create a view. All right, so what you want to do is you want to create a filter, and then once you create that filter, you want to create a view from it. So notice right now how I see seller leads, I see the phone number, I see the hit list, I see all this information. And it's really basic right now because, well, we don't have a lot of information, but let's just say I only wanted to have, maybe I didn't want hit list on every single one of them. I only wanted to have a hit list filter criteria over here. I didn't want to see it on my default view. So what you do is you click on your filters button here, and then you go, oh, I'm sorry, not the filters button. You go on your options, yeah, your options button, and you unclick hit list, and then maybe you unclick all this stuff because we really don't care about any of that either. We don't care about that. We care about the property address, the lead status. We don't care about street map or who it's assigned to on this one. We don't care about the Zillow link or really the campaign either. That's all we really care about right there. Call attempts, we don't even really care about that on this one. Let's remove that. Cool, we'll roll with that. All right, so it's pretty simple, right? Just the basic stuff here. Then we'll click save. It's going to let us save it as a view, and you're going to switch it to a team view, and you're going to say default or something, maybe, I don't know. And you can choose like a split by. What this would do is like, let's just say you had, let's just say motivation. If you split by motivation, there's 3 different categories in motivation: warm, hot, and cold, right? So what it's going to do is it's going to create, and it's going to have like warm 2 leads, cold 2 leads, hot 3 leads, whatever. We're not going to do anything by that on this one. We're just going to click save. Then we're going to drag it to the very top, and whatever one's in the very top position with this little thing on it is the default view for your team. All right, so now you've just created that default view for the team. So anytime anybody clicks on seller leads, they're going to automatically get that default view. All right, and that really helps. So now you get a baseline there, and then what you're going to do is we're going to delete these out again because for some reason they populated in here. We can keep lead status, and we'll keep the hit list. So if you want to click on hit list, it's going to show all the properties that are on hit list. It's saying 1 property, but there's none in here. So if I go in this property and I click hit list and I click this off, now it's showing 1 under hit list again. Okay, so that's how that works. And you can create a default hit list view by just, you know, going under the criteria, making the filters, and then saving it as a view, just like I just did. So we do that, and we name like we have different views in priority system. So acquisition specialists, when they come in, they're like, okay, this is priority 1 view, this is priority 2 view, this is priority 3 view. So we create views based off the lead statuses, the motivations, all those things, so that it's kind of like they don't have to think very much. They go in there, the Podio, and they're like, okay, I got to call all the you know, I got to call all the fresh leads first. After the fresh leads, I got to call all these ones first. I got to call all these ones first. Priority 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's pretty straightforward. And you can do a lot with those. So this is pretty much all you need, right? To track your people. You just track your leads in here. It's going to be manual inputs / Podio web forms, okay? If you want to create, if let's just say you're making an offer to Tyler, you can come over here and you can click add offer so you can track how many offers you do have going out. You click on the seller lead. You're just going to choose me, okay? And then you're going to put in the property. I don't know why it just doesn't grab the property that's already under this person, but maybe you have multiple properties, whatever. You're going to fill this out, and you edit this just like I just showed you, right? Make it your own a little bit, tweak around with it. There's really no reason to make it super complicated, okay? However your mind makes sense, like however you regurgitate the information the best, you know, create those stages, whatever you're currently doing. Once you do your first deal, you're going to know the process, and you're just going to replicate that process in Podio, okay? Now campaigns, I've never used the campaigns from these apps that they do, but let's click and add a campaign. Let's see if we can figure it out real quick. So it's pretty straightforward, I guess. Like campaign, how I name campaigns, let's say it's a direct mail campaign. I would say direct mail. Like for example, my June ones, June 2019, owner occupied, high equity, street version 3. That would be like the name of my campaign name. and that would be the same campaign name that I'm using in CallRail. The date that it goes live is always the first of every month. The tracking number is a tracking number inside CallRail. The cost of the campaign, let's think for that one's like $4,000 a month. Number of postcards, I think for that one's like 4,000. It's not 4,000 a month. It's 4,000, 1,600 a month. And then you click save. Right? So now, check this out. If you go back to seller leads, right, and I go into that lead, and because they called my CallRail has the same exact tracking number as that, right? Like the same tracking name rather, because we don't have this linked, we don't have CallRail linked in, but we have the same campaign name as we have tracking name inside of CallRail. So when the call comes in and we input them into Podio, we're going to see the campaign name inside of CallRail, and we're going to say, okay, that he called off of this direct mail campaign. Boom, we're going to add him in here. And now if I go over to my campaigns and I click on this campaign, it's going to say that that I got one lead there. Right? So at the end of the month, if you have these different campaigns going, you're going to see what your cost per lead is. Right now, I only got one lead in here. So for 4,000 postcards, I only got one lead. That's $1,600 for that mofo. And he might not even be a lead that goes to closing. But if he did go to closing, that would be a $600 lead to close ratio. This is how you start tracking that kind of stuff. You don't have to track it in Podio. You could do this on an Excel document. In fact, for our cold calling and a lot of other stuff, we track a lot of stuff like campaign numbers wise in Podio, but everything else is in an Excel document. So I just wanted to show that. So you guys, this is a way that you can, Podio is free. This web pack is free. And if you just make these minor adjustments that I just did, create your little kind of system that you got with your seller leads and track your campaigns in here, input all the realtor contacts that you're getting, import any contractors that you know, set your appointments. Whiteboard is if a lead goes to like, if it's after it goes to, after it's under contract, it's on the whiteboard is what they call it. So this would be like, you're marketing the property or you're going to just decide to rehab it. Once you're marketing it, once you find a cash buyer, it would go here. Once it's sold, it would go here. And then you'd like choose your assignment fee, fill this out. Alter this the same exact way. Make it make sense to you guys. I'm not going to go through all that, right? It's just going to get too much. This video is already probably too much. But I hope like going through that and just kind of doing what I've already done like helps somebody out. I know it's not super extensive, but I want you guys to ask me questions. All right, and we'll go in and we'll maybe we'll do this live again, like live at some point. I've been having an issue like going live on YouTube from OBS Studios or any of the other freaking Streamlabs OBS, like all of them have been being a pain in the ass. And YouTube is changing a bunch of their stream stuff, so I haven't really been doing it. But we'll figure it out. We'll do some Q&A, help you guys out the best that I can. This is the simplest thing you can do. And if you don't even want to do this, you can literally just create an Excel document. Literally create an Excel document with the same exact tabs, okay? Basically the header, column 1, row 1, rather, column 1, row 1 would start with seller name. Column 1 or column 2 or B, row 2, row 2, column B, row B. The second one in on both vertical and horizontal, whatever that would be. It would be seller phone. And across the whole first row, in each column, you just fill out this, right? And you would just put pre-designated ones in there that you click the drop down and you just select, is he on hit list? Bloop. And then you just take that whole Excel document and you make the whole thing a filter so that if you wanted to filter by all your stuff on the hit list, you just filter, click the drop down and filter by hit list. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's pretty straightforward stuff, guys. Just do it to it. If you have any questions, comment below. I'll help you out the best that I can. I really appreciate your guys' support. If you watch all this video, you guys are pretty awesome, and I appreciate you. Like if you watched through all this whole thing, like, mad respect. Thank you. It means that you are getting something from it, or maybe you just like something, like you're staring at something in the background and you're just zoning out. Like, that's cool too. That's what I do pretty much on everything. But if you are, yeah, like I said, watch this all the way through. Hit that subscribe button because maybe you want to see some more stuff. Hit the thumbs up, or hit the thumbs down. I don't really want the thumbs down because I don't know, it's kind of depressing a little bit. But yeah, thumbs up, and comment below. Let me know what market you guys are in. I'm like playing with a card. I don't know. I'm boring myself, so you guys must be super bored. But anyway, make sure you head over to the Facebook page, No Excuses Real Estate Investing. Check out my Instagram, Tyler Austin Original, and all links in the description below. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much again. Talk to you guys soon. Let me know what other videos you want to know in the comments as well. Any other content with real estate, comments below. Peace.